Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Apostle Sean, and I welcome you to this wonderful teaching called The Success of a Woman. I believe that this teaching will help plenty ladies out there in trying to find themselves, identify who they are. I have been advocating for the success of women, the success of girls, the success of single mothers in plenty sermons. So I chose to make this sermon because I was inspired by the other lady I was talking to some few days ago. She was telling me her life experiences, and she lived the life that I always teach. My wish is, if the world can listen to these teachings and make them part of their lives, I really know that plenty women are going to be successful. I have been a mentor to plenty ladies who are in good direction right now as we are speaking, and I lost some because of disobedience to the proper teachings that I give them. Like, many don't really like the teachings that I teach women because I expose the truth. I expose some secrets which men are not ready to embrace. They are not ready to listen to the truth that I speak, the truth that I tell ladies about this life that we are living. We are having a bigger problem whereby plenty ladies have grown up to believe that their success is in people. Yet the success of a human being is in two things. It's either God or yourself. So failure to understand God and failure to understand yourself may result in you living your life, but under somebody living your life, being led by somebody, being led by somebody's thoughts, being led by somebody's wishes. Plenty people have lost themselves and given their lives to some people, and it's a sad truth that plenty ladies, they died that way not because it was a choice, but they were never exposed to good information. So I would like to have your 100% attention so that I can teach you 1, 2, 3 things which can help you as a lady, as a woman. The Bible needs a lot of wisdom. It needs a lot of attention when you are reading it, so that you don't get scriptures in a wrong way. So I want to talk about the success of a lady, the success of a woman, the success of a girl child. The reason why we are having plenty men in this world dominating every sector of life is not because God didn't provide the strength in woman to do some things. It is because that was the interpretation which was there. Of course, men are the leaders of this earth, of this world, by the virtue that God created them on this earth first. And men are always men, but it doesn't mean that ladies cannot do what men do. That's a total lie. Women can do anything. Women can do anything that men can do. But that is not my issue now. I don't want to do genderlism here. I don't want to divide people by gender. But I just want to review a secret about the strength of women, the strength of ladies. Because plenty ladies are dying with potential in them. They are having potential in them, but there are no ways for them to express the potential in them because of the mindset. The mindset is killing everything. So I want you to listen to me here. I will provide some scriptures which can help us understand the mind of God. First of all, I want us to go to the book of Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. The Bible reads, "So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them, male and female." So this is Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. It's telling us that male and female, a man and a woman, were created on the same day. Right? So the story is about Adam coming first, then Eve following. Needs to be explained scripturally with a better understanding that I'm going to give in few minutes. On this verse, Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, you can really see that Adam and Eve, they were created on the same day. Because God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. Then on verse 28 it reads, "God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful and increase in number, fill up the earth and subdue it." So a human being carries the capacity to subdue the earth. You can control the resources on earth. You can be a boss. You can be whatever that you want to be on this earth. So long you are on this earth and you are carrying the image of God, you can do whatever that you want. But mind you, on this verse, this blessing was not given to Adam only. God was giving this blessing to both the male and the female. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky and over every living creature that moves on the ground. Then God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the earth and every tree that has fruit with the seed in it. They will be yours for food. This war authority, the power to rule the earth, the power to rule the oceans, the power to rule the air, God gave it to both the man and the woman, which tells us that any area that a woman wants to venture into, according to this authority, he can venture. If you want to drive a ship, you can drive. If you want to be a pilot, you can be a pilot. If you want to be a doctor, you can be a doctor. If you want to be a lawyer, you can be a lawyer. If you want to drive buses, you can drive. That is why you see there is a difference between South Africa and Zimbabwe. In South Africa, you can see plenty ladies driving trucks, but in Zimbabwe, it's rare. So, being rare in Zimbabwe to see ladies driving trucks, it's not because ladies can't drive, but it is the system of the country. Meaning that if we can deal with the systems, we can insert a better mindset in our ladies and empower them. So any lady who is having a wrong mindset right now, it may be the problem that is causing your suffering, the problem that is causing your misfortunes, the problem that is causing you to suffer the way you are suffering, the problem that is causing you to be poor the way you are. It comes from the mindset. You need to retune your mind. You need to retune who you are. You need to retune the understanding about your personality. What is a lady? A lady is a person who was created by God on the same day that a man was created, and she was given authority to rule this earth. She was given authority to subdue the sea. She was given authority to do anything that he wants, either in the oceans, either on the land, either in the air. So anything that happens, maybe you can be, if we are talking about the air, we are talking about pilots. We are not only talking about the birds. Anything that can be done in the air, a lady can do it. But the problem is the mindset that we grow up with in our communities, the mindset that we grow up with in our families. Because I recall that in Zimbabwe, in our culture, remember I'm a Zimbabwe, when parents give birth to a girl child, this is what they say. They will be counting their cows on a female child. So already before you go to school, the plans are already in progress about them ripping off cows after you are married and you are still a child. Meaning that there is no value which is going to be added into you if your parents are not going to change their mindset towards you as a girl child. The only thing that they're expecting is you grow up and you get married and they receive their cows, they receive a certain amount of money, of which it's useless to think about that, because most of the time the money comes and you eat it and it disappears. There is more to the girl child that you can dig out from her. You can give her a better life. You can change your mindset towards her and empower the girl child so that she can give much better to you than her being just married only. This is where plenty parents lost it, because when they saw their girl children, their female children, they prayed for marriages. And most men, they are very selfish. When they marry, they don't consider that the person, the people they marry, they also come from families, and the families look forward to something good coming from their child. So we have parents who prayed for their children to be married, and the children were married and they went forever, and now they are receiving none of the support they were expecting, because they never invested in their children the way they were supposed to do, like what white people and other races do. They invest in a child, no matter she is a lady, he is a guy. They just invest in equally. But let me not go to the parenthood. I want to talk to a lady here, any lady who is listening to me. If you want to know who you are, go back to the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 27. Chapter 1, verse 27. Then now, this was the spiritual creation of human beings, which defines what a woman is. Then on chapter 2, Adam came first. When Adam came first, God took soil and molded a human being and breathed the spirit of life, and Adam began to live. Then as time went on, Adam was lonely. He wasn't that happy. That's when God made him to sleep, made an operation, and he took one of the ribs of Adam and he created a woman. And the woman was the wife of Adam. But not every woman who was born on this earth was a wife of Adam. Some were children, some were grandchildren, and so forth. So what am I saying? For a lady to be under the man, it is because of marriage. So long she is not married, so long she is still independent, she is able to dig out the capabilities, the abilities in her, and it becomes something that she wants to be. But the problem is our conception, our understanding, the teachings that we grow up with. So I want to tell you, if you are listening to me right now, you are a lady, you are a woman, you are a girl, whatever that you call yourself, you carry the potential to become anything that you want to become. But I want you to tune your mind and know that before you are married, you have the potential to do anything that you want to do with your life. You can be successful, but your problem is you are rushing towards the things which comes in time. Marriage is very good, Marriage is something that all of us admire. But the problem is you are not able to dig out the good things in you because your brains are rushing towards marriage. Even when you are studying, you are thinking about marriage. Even when you are at primary school, you are thinking about marriage. Even when you date a guy when you are Form 1, you are thinking about marriage. Even when you are doing anything in your life, your mind is thinking about marriage. Marriage is a good thing which even God admires, which even God tells us to do, which even God created for us to be in it. But this thing comes with time. But the problem is, plenty people, plenty ladies, they are not able to dig out good things in themselves because they think that the destination, the final destination of their lives is all about marriage. That is why people are perpetrating toxic relationships, which they see good, this one is not working. Because it's like it's an achievement that a black child must be having to her name. Nobody tells them that there is more to life than just being married. Nobody tells them that before marriage, you can fix yourself and become something that the community can praise, something that the community can applaud. That is why poverty, we are transferring it from generation to generation, from generation to generation, because our children are growing up with a toxic mindset. I'm so happy with some people in our generations. They are learning from mistakes. They are learning from their life experiences. Good life cannot be changed by a man. Life can be changed by God. You see, all the ladies you see around moving with children without fathers, they gave their hopes in a relationship. And they allowed themselves to get into dangerous things until they got pregnant. Because they were thinking that if I get into a deep, intimate relationship with this guy, probably when we get married, my life is going to change. And men will be looking at the other side of this thing, because men will want to satisfy their sexual hunger when they are in relationship. It's another way of having an easy access to women's legs. And you, when you see things happening, you get emotionally attached to an extent that you stop thinking. Marriage is good, love is good, but you must know that this thing comes in time. The Bible tells us straight that a good wife comes from the Lord, a good husband comes from the Lord. And when God is dealing with human beings, he deals with what we call time. And the Bible straightly tells us, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Will make it happen. A proper lady will first understand that she is able to do anything. I was telling some people, why did God have to tell Eve to submit herself to Adam if she didn't carry the power to be above men? I asked the same question. Okay, let's say your child, can you really tell your child not to open the fridge when you know that his height can't reach up to the door of the fridge? Obviously no. When you tell your child not to do anything, you know that he is capable of doing that. So that is the same thing with Adam and Eve. When God told women to submit themselves to men, he knew that they carry almost the same capacity, the same power, the same ability, the same progress, the same authority. Because in the book of Genesis chapter 1 verse 27, he gave them same power, he gave them same authority, he gave them same ability, he gave them same blessings. So for the world to be in order, ladies have to submit, they have to be under the men. By law, not because by otherwise, by the strength in them, by the capability, by the power, they can be like men. I'm telling you, they can be like men. Woman can drive, woman can build, Woman can be doctors. Woman can be lawyers. Woman can be anything. So you have to choose the kind of woman you want to be. So it starts from the mind. Once the mindset is corrected, you are in the road for success. Your problem is you are on the wrong lane and you are expecting success from a man. Yet we have plenty men who are very selfish on this earth. They can say I love you for wrong reasons. They can say I love you to satisfy their sexual hunger. They can say I love you to push time. They can say I love you to just test how it feels to sleep with you. They can, men are just coward. Not every man is coward, but most men, except the one who is meant for you. That is why you see a person can have plenty exes, maybe 30 exes. Then one person who will say, I will love you forever, I will stay with you. So a person who will marry you is there. Everybody has his or her own soulmate. But given that people are patient enough to wait for the time of God, when the time is right, the Lord will make it happen. Most ladies discovered their potential, but their potential was shortcut because of the way they behaved when they found love. When they found love. Don't allow, I have seen plenty ladies, when you look at them who are clever, when you are speaking to them, you can really hear with it. Yeah, this lady is clever. This is what we call a wise lady. But you'll be shocked with it. That same wise lady will be having kids with different fathers, probably 5 kids, 4 fathers. And you ask yourself, Gote, why is it she speaks a lot of sense? But why wasn't she able to understand men like this? It's because when women are dealing with men, they make their feelings go up front and forget everything about their lives. So I was telling somebody about me, myself. Kote, I'm also a human being. I get connected to people. I get connected to rich ladies. I get connected to beautiful ladies. I get connected to people with the right mind. I get connected to different kinds of people. And you can really see what this person is interested. This person looks like she wanna be my wife. And I'm not yet married. But at some point, you can think, maybe this one is God sent. She is sent by God. But I make sure that when I'm dealing with people, I understand the good part, then understand the bad part, and understand my mission in life. I take time to study people before I approve them in my life. That is why up to now, I've been in ministry and I'm still who I am. I never got lost and I'm still pursuing whatever that I have to. Because I don't really use my feelings on people. There are some people who will be having bad conditions. You can really see that this one she can't qualify. But she is a very good person. She knows this and that, this and that. And most of you, when it comes to those things like those, you begin to sing those kind of songs. Love is unconditional. Love is unconditional. The love which is unconditional is agape kind of love, where we are talking about the God kind of love, where you love people unconditionally. They are poor, they are rich, they are whatsoever. There are some people you can't marry. There are some people you can't be romantically connected with. They will kill your destiny. They will kill your visions. They will kill your dreams. So you have to be very careful when you are dealing with people. It's easy to be emotionally attached to people. It's easy to be emotionally connected to people. Even the wrong people, you can really be connected to toxic people. We have been there and we really know these things. But because of the vision that we are carrying, because of the ministries that we are carrying, we are very, 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 very careful on selecting people. But most of you, the moment you are in love, all the negatives are rubbed off. You see the negatives, you look for prayers. You see the negatives, you look for prayers. You'd see the negative. Maybe if I tell you things this way, you may understand good. I am also human beings who struggles with these things. But I make sure that my mind is ahead of the situation so that I can keep on going. Up to now, since I started ministry, I never had anything that has disturbed my ministry in the areas of affairs. I'm okay. I never sinned against my God in that area. I've never touched a woman. I've never touched. I'm okay because I'm taking my time to deal with these things. But look at what I'm doing. Look at where the ministry is going. I'm able to achieve, as far as I'm concerned, in as much as I'm concerned, things that I've been dreaming of, things that I've been wishing to do, I'm doing them every day. I'm doing them every day. So it's not only the prayer that works. A mindset can help you. So which kind of lady are you? Are you the Genesis chapter 1 verse 27 lady? Or you are already in Genesis chapter 2, where we see Eve as the wife of Adam? Why are you becoming a wife before you are a wife? Why can't we have ladies who can build houses before they are married? Why can't we have ladies who can drive before they are married? Why is it your energy is too much on relationships but on business or on anything that promotes yourself? We don't see that energy. Why is it each time you meet a man of God, it's all about prayer requests, about relationships? Why is it you are worried about the future? Things that God can give when the time is right. I'm praying that every lady who is listening to me, I want you to think like an American lady. I want you to think like a European lady. It doesn't matter that you are from Africa. It doesn't matter that you are from Ethiopia. It doesn't matter that you are from Zambia. It doesn't matter that you are from Malawi. It doesn't matter that you are from Zimbabwe. I want you to think in a very strange and successful way. Because the problem is you are coming from poor families. You have parents who look up to you, who are expecting to receive support from you, financial support. But the only thing that you're thinking about is, if I get married to a rich guy, That's not where your success lies in. You have hands, you can use your hands. You have your mind. You have skills, you have the gifts. Anything can be successful so long you put input in it. It might take time, but so long you put input, so long you put effort. But your problem is your mind is set in a wrong way. You believe that your success will come when you are connected to a man, when you are married. That is why you are having a plenty. You are having a number of ex-boyfriends because you are trying on that area too much. You try this, you try this. I have noticed that plenty ladies, they cry about I don't know. In a space of 1 year, I've been disappointed 16 times. I'll be like, yo. So in 1 year, you have tried 16 men. What are you really trying to do? 16 men. The problem is not a spirit here. The problem is your mindset. Because how can you jump from one man to another, one man to another? And why can't you take time to start men before you get into them? And then you rush. And you are a Christian and you sleep with people without marriages and you go back to complain to God about a thing which is wrong. Because sex without marriage is a sin to God. And you do it. You get into a relationship, you begin to sin against God. And when you are disappointed, you cry to God about the spirit of disappointment. Of which the biggest spirit of disappointment is yourself. The Genesis chapter 1 verse 27 woman was blessed. She had power over the earth. She had power over the oceans. She had power over the air. Then the Genesis chapter 2 lady. Let me look for, it's from verse 20. 21 and 23. Genesis chapter 2 from verse 20, 21 and 23. This is when we see Eve. Don't forget, Kuti, you are not Eve until you find an Adam. So, if we are in Genesis chapter 1, we have a superpower woman who has authority over everything. So it means that in Genesis chapter 1, people have to prepare themselves for their future. They have to make profession for themselves. They have to give themselves a platform to make money. They have to empower themselves so that they can have money in their pockets coming from their sweats. Then on Genesis chapter 2, that is the time when God decided to give Eve to Adam. It's by God's decision. I have seen a lot of women living a life of pressure where she's praying for nothing but marriage. I wonder what causes you to pray for marriage as if God doesn't know about it. Hey, evil spirits are fighting against me. Yeah, what? Sometimes it's only the mindset. There are no evil spirits there. If you tune your mind in a right way, putting things in their order, you do your things before your marriage. You plan your things. You make sure that you have a profession. Ladies, listen to me. We have some ladies here who are listening to me right now. You don't have any profession. You don't have anything that you know. You don't have any skill that you have. But the only thing that you are thinking about is marriage. My question is, what about the husband if he dies? You are going to look for another man. What about if he dies whilst you are having 3 kids? And your idea is that the man is the provider of everything. And your success lies in men. What about if the man dies? What are you going to do? I've seen plenty ladies suffering when the man dies. Most of them, they became prostitute. Don't put your lives in locks. You carry the power to be successful. You carry the power to conquer this life. You carry the power to live life above limits. You must be able to buy what you want for yourself. You must be able to buy for your kids. Some of you are single ladies. And the man that you are looking for is the man who will take care of you and your parents and your children food. That is why men run away from you. Because, you know, when before I was called by God, I dated plenty single ladies. That is why you see I sing a lot about them, encouraging them. Because I grew up with the mindset that single mothers, because like in our Shona community, there is a name which is being abused, which is called Mvana. Mvana it only means a single mother. But in our days, it doesn't sound like good. It doesn't sound the way it's supposed to be. It sounds more like a mockery word. So when we grew up, we used to think with somebody who is a single mother is wrong in all aspects. There is nothing good about the person. Until I grew up, I met some, we mingled. I was now asking myself, what's wrong with these people? Most of them, they are very lovely. And with that kind of desperation in them, they will be very loyal. So personally, I had a good experience with them, not only one. The only time I had problems with them was when people began to interfere in our relations, saying, so what are you going to do? Because this one have a kid and so forth. But I was like, what's the problem? I think what matters is love. I love this person, that's all. But because of what people were saying, I could see it's a challenge here, because even the relatives will be saying a lot of stuff. But yeah, you are a young guy, man. You can look for better things. And I'll be like, which better things? When I found the person that I love with my heart. So I've discovered that there is nothing wrong with you being a single mother. I think the most difficult topic was when you are a boy who is growing and you date a single mother almost of your same age, but she is struggling in the finances and you are also struggling in the finances. Then she begins to bring up issues about the child each and every time, and when the problem comes, it's a big issue because you will be not financially stable. So if she says something about the child maybe 4 times, it will be very straining that you wish if you can break up with her. So this is the situation with plenty single mothers. When they look for love, they don't only look for love, they look for people who can help them take care of the children, of which in Shona tinoti nzo airemerwe nenyanga dzayo. An elephant can't feel the burden of its horns. It's so easy for an elephant to carry its horns. So what it means is, if you are a mother, change your mindset and begin to work towards building yourself financially so that you can take care of your children on your own. Then love must come, not in the name of responsibility. Let the man help you in his own will. I'm tired of this kind of prayer requests. I want a man who can take care of me. What about yourself? Can't you do it? Are you not the one same woman who was written in Genesis chapter 1 verse 27? So in the process of looking for a man who can help you, that is why you are having plenty of problems with men who are disappointing you, because they are coming to you because maybe you look pretty. They sleep with you, they use you, and you are giving them what they want because you are desperate for somebody who can help you. So your mindset is tuned in a wrong way. These men who keep on using you, they go. Using you, they go. You win none of them until you realize that you need to promote yourself financially so that you can be stable in your own area. You take care of your own children. Once your mind is set, you are on the winning side. Life will follow you. I'm telling you, life will definitely follow you. Success is in you. The power to succeed is in you. Your prayers are directed to the wrong side. Most of your prayers and fasting are directed toward love, as if God doesn't want to give you love. He wants to give you life, but according to his own time. Even though Eve was created in Genesis chapter 1, God did not give Adam Eve at the time Adam asked. No. God saw that now it's the right time for Adam to receive a wife. Then he made him to sleep. He never requested with, God, I think now I need a wife. Like what you do every day, it's about I want a wife, I want a wife, I want a husband, I want a husband. So this kind of mindset is pressurizing you to do wrong things, to operate wrongly in this world. And you give your lives to dangerous men who are killing your lives every day. Even businesswomen, ladies that you can see, they are business minded. They lose their focus on men. Once there is a man, the whole focus is lost. Some they'll be running shops. One call from a lover, they can even close the shop and begin to roam around. They don't even respect themselves. You must allow your mind to work when you are in love. You must allow your mind to work when you are dealing with people with this gender called men. I was telling some people, if you want to see a woman carries power, I want you to read the book of Proverbs chapter 31. The book of Proverbs chapter 31. It reads, a wife of a noble character. Who can find that kind of a wife? She is worthy far more than rabbis. Her husband is full of confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. This verse is talking about a wife, and this wife is married to a man, and the man is not even lacking anything because of the wife. Listen to what the wife does. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. She is like a merchant in the ships. Number one, she works with her hands, and she is like a merchant in the ships. This is a lady we are talking about. So this book of Proverbs was unveiling the potential of woman that the whole Bible never spoke about. It was spoken about in Genesis chapter 1 verse 27, and this book of Proverbs is now digging the real content of a good wife. And all of you are very lazy. I want to be married and be relaxing. I'll be cooking for my husband. I'll be washing for my husband. That's all you think about. What about the potential that you have before? She gets up while it is still night. She provides food for her family and portions for her female servant. She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants vineyard. She sets about her work vigorously, and her arms are strong for her tasks. Her arms are very strong. Imagine, this is a lady. We are not talking about a man. So this is the potential that a woman carries. So every woman carries potential, but if the mind is set in a wrong way, every woman will suffer. Every woman will die poor. Every woman will die as a housewife only. You think, why is it some men don't want their ladies to go to work? They know this gender is dangerous. If you want to see how strong women are, I want to give you an example like this. If a man has a pimple, or I don't know what you call this one, this blisters motor. If you want to release if you want to release it, you see a man crying like a baby. But woman, if you look at the head of the baby, woman can give birth through that small hole, and the head can come out of that small hole. And tomorrow or the same day, you see the woman walking by foot coming from the hospital carrying the baby. Trust me, if that pain was imposed on men, I myself personally was not going to be married, because we can't bear the pain that woman bear. Plenty areas of woman, some which are sensitive, I can't talk about here. They are very painful, but you still go through it and still survive. I myself, I can't go to the hospital because I am scared of the injection. So I get sick. If I get sick, I would rather sleep in my house till I get well. I will try to buy some pills or whatsoever and pray. Shakaraba, shakaraba, shindereke, shendereke. God heal me. That's all. I'm only scared of the injection. I don't even want to hear about that. How many years have I been living like this? But we have plenty ladies who go through some painful experiences. Only telling you that these people, they are very strong. They are strong-hearted. They are strong-hearted. They carry power, they carry energy, but the problem is their mindset is wrong. They don't want to unveil the potential in them. They don't want to go after businesses. They don't want to build up themselves. They don't want to follow and pursue their professions. Even if you send them to school, they will get pregnant at school because their mindset will be wrong. At school, they will be thinking about love like nobody's business. Why should you sleep with people when you know that this is a very dangerous act which can lead to pregnancy? That is why most of your successes are shortcut. It's because you are not stable when it comes about to think about life. Improve yourself, elevate yourself, refurbish yourself. This is what what you need. This is the information which can help you to be successful in your life. You yourself, before being married to somebody, before being attached to somebody, you carry the power, you carry the blessing, you carry the potential, but your mindset can take you down. When it comes to relationship, you go to pastors. When it comes to relationship, you go to sangomas, you go to auntie, you go to wherever. If your boyfriend, you know the relatives, you try uncle, you try auntie, you try the mother, you try everything, but you don't put that same energy when it comes to putting yourself on the financial map. That is why you are broke, but ex-boyfriends you have 90. That is why you have never been disappointed, like when it comes to business, but you've been disappointed by plenty men, because that's where you put much of your energy. From today onwards, I want you to know that you carry the power, you carry the energy to change your life with your own hands, with your own mind. I talked to that lady, you know, when I was talking to her, she told me an interesting story. She said, I don't think I still have anything to do with the baby daddy. Let me just say I don't think, but I'm done with it. The man was cool. He was okay in everything. Financially, he was stable. So he used to take advantage of that. He would tell me rubbish about my background and so forth, because he could see that I rely on him when it comes to the finances, and I looked forward for him to raise me from the level I was at. So what happened is he used to take advantage, and he was verbally abusive, even emotionally abusive. He could say things which a person shouldn't say to the lover. Then I got fed up. Then I realized that I can still start my own life and try other new things. So I tried my life, and I became what I am today, as you can see. And that one is successful. No lies. I can't tell you the level of success, but it's bigger. It's bigger for ordinary people to hear. It's too much big. She said, I changed my mind. I said, okay. I don't think I will need a man now. I want to try my life. And she tried her life, and everything is moving well, because she changed the goalpost. Then, mind you, I was praying for her about relationships. And I want her to be in a relationship. And I'm not even discouraging people to be in relationships. But I'm also telling people, when you are in it, use your mind. And don't rely on a relationship for the build up of your life. You carry the potential to work for yourself. You carry the potential to think about how you can build your life. She is driving, she is having trucks, she is having blah, blah, blah. She's having houses, she is having a lot of things which she didn't have before when she was attached to somebody. You can change your mother's life by working with your own hands. You can change your parents. Because imagine, do you think that your husband will build your parents a house? African child, you need to wake up. Are you not inspired by other women who are making it there? There are ladies who are building houses for their fathers, and your parent is living in a shack. There are ladies who are buying cars for their fathers, and you yourself, you don't even think about anything. Or wherever you are, you went to South Africa to look for money, and you got pregnant again. What a foolish woman. You need Shambok, You came from your country, you went to a foreign country. The only thing that you came there with were 2 children, because your mindset was wrong. If you are somebody like that, I want you to tune your mindset and begin to think about building your life. No matter how much times you can fall, you must rebuild yourself. Pick up the broken pieces of your life and build up your life. In everything that you are doing as a lady, know that the potential is in you, not in the man. The potential is in you, not in men. Don't keep these men busy for nothing with the things that you can do for yourself. Imagine only marrying you. You are now responsible for the parents. You You are now the responsible for the uncles. And in your family, you are very plenty. And you have children as well. And I'm not talking about looking for a job here. I'm talking about branding yourself, because some of you don't have professions, you don't have anything that you know that you can do on your own without like I'm talking about a profession, because most of you, when you are looking for jobs, you look for anything because you don't have any paper, you don't have any qualification, you don't know how to do hairs, you don't know how to do nails, you don't know how to do fashion, you don't know anything. So when you are looking for a job, you are looking for anything. That is why your jobs are only stay in, stay out, stay in, stay out, 2,500. Sometimes the payments can be even ridiculous. We are looking for a maid who can stay in here, we can give 1,200. It is all because you don't have anything that you know. You didn't brand yourself. And it's never too late. So long you are able to understand this kind of English, you can pick up the broken pieces of your life and start over. And look for somebody who can teach you how to do nails. Look for somebody who can teach you how to do cakes. Look for somebody who can teach you how to do, what do you call, sewing. All these things, you can do them. You can see what other ladies are doing and try it. Some other courses are just 6 months. Some other courses are just 1 year. Some other courses are just 2 years. And when you are doing them, you can do them at the comfort of your houses. Sometimes you can refer to YouTube. Sometimes you can use internet to promote and change your mind, to change yourself, to change your qualification, and give yourself something that can give you better money. This is what you're talking about. I'm not talking about you must look for a job. Some other jobs are just useless. They give you money, which is very useless. The smaller amount that you can receive from your job, you can utilize it and empower yourself. You can be a hairdresser at any age. You can be. You can find somebody who can help you. Maybe you don't want to go to a college. You don't want to go to do whatsoever. You can find somebody who can assist you. You pay that person the little that you are receiving at your unpaying job. And after 6 months, you'll be a champion in your game. Till when will you be looking for a job saying, I want anything? If you want anything, they can give you an amount. I want to create a generation of champion ladies who can champion their lives and take care of their children. Your brothers and sisters look up to you, but you have nothing. You are looking up to men. That is why men abuses you. Why are you killing the potential in you? You think that God didn't create you with the potential. You think that God didn't create you with a gift. This mindset will finish up years, will finish up time without you having nothing at all. Hey, if I'm going to be rich, how can you be rich when you are working in somebody's house? The miracle you are waiting for is very rare. If you don't think up for yourself, nobody will think for you. If you don't elevate yourself, nobody will elevate you. If you don't take up yourself higher, nobody is going to take you higher. If you don't think about your future, nobody is going to think about it. If you are not going to take care of your parents, nobody is going to do it for you. You need to think about yourself, brand yourself, promote yourself. Don't be lazy. If we ask you, what do you do for a living? What are you going to say? If I have somebody here, you do nothing for a living, you need to learn from this and begin to think, what should I do? Marriage is coming. And this is what we are praying for. That everything that God gave you must never be taken by the devil. But as we are waiting for the time of God, prepare yourself a good tomorrow. Waiting for marriage, relaxing. What about if you are going to be married to a poor person and you are poor? We are not saying you have to be married to a rich person or whatsoever. We are saying, what about you promoting yourself right now so that when you are married to the poor person you love, you'll be okay. You have something to sustain you. I want you to tell yourself that I can do anything through Christ who can strengthen me. God gave me potential. I want to use that potential. Ladies and gentlemen, every lady who is listening to me, I just want you to know this. You must have a driver's license. Yes, you must have it. There is nothing wrong with it. Every lady who is listening to me right now, look for money, look for a driver's license. You must have it as one of the simplest papers that you can have to your name. But you grew up telling yourself it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It matters. You need this. It's an added advantage to the life of a lady. It's an added advantage. So this was my message to you. Every lady who is listening to me, I want you to follow this and begin to live your life according to this teaching. And tell yourself that you are a champion of your life. You don't have to rely on anybody for you to live. You don't have to rely on anybody for you to take care of your parents. This is Apostle Sean from GM Ministry. And this is the end of my ceremony. All those who want to get in touch with me, my number is +27 626 797 461 +27 626 797 461. A South African number. Or you can search my name on Facebook, which is Gweta Sean Dulroy. Gweta Sean Dulroy. Gweta, it goes like GWETA. Then Sean, it goes like SEAN. Right? Then Dulroy is DEELROY. Or Apostle Sean GM Ministry. You can get in touch with me for other sermons like this. May the Lord bless you. The Apostle loves you. The Apostle loves you. Thank you so much for listening. Ahoy.